All right, so we got part two right now. Khalil Mack versus Kirk Cousins of the Minnesota Vikings. Only one game this time, so hopefully it'll be a little shorter. But I would suggest you go back to the Aaron Rodgers video to kind of hear the whole setup. But basically, we're looking at completed passes and seeing Khalil Mack's impact on those plays and everything. So. With all that said, let's go ahead and get this started. We got 27 passes. This is week 4. Once again, Kirk Cousins didn't play in the last game. And Khalil, I don't know if he played the whole game, week 17. Anyway, Khalil's on the right side. Pins inside. Definitely some pressure there. Just really a good play by Kirk Cousins to escape and make something happen on the run. But let's see what happens on the front. So like I said, Khalil Mack's on the right side. They got a tight end in there. And like we talked about against the Packers, we usually, I should say, align to a wide 9 outside of the tight end, and I'm not sure why. I'm sure there's a reason for it, but in my opinion, we don't reroute or ever touch the tight end, so I don't really understand. But anyway, so now for this, I think this was just Khalil Mack trying to freestyle, and I say that now. Okay, I won't say it. I'll say somebody didn't do what they were supposed to do. I won't blame it on Khalil, but you see he pins in, but there's another player right there. You got Leonard Floyd coming over the top as well. It just didn't look like your typical stunt. And your typical stunt, who is this? Roy is going to work to the outside. He's going to make contact, work to the outside. Khalil's going to pin inside. And then whoever knows is going to be coming here. Now, the nose continues to work his feet here, knowing there's a pin here. So either that's Aaron Lynch's fault or Khalil Mack wasn't supposed to do that. Either way, very explosive by Khalil Mack. You can see that he got to Cousins' face and created some pressure. And Cousins just had to do a good job. I'm going to have to exit out of this because my bar disappeared. All right, so Khalil looks like he was on the right side. Let me see the pass. All right, so it's under center. Just a quick hitter. I didn't catch what down it was. Looks like an early down. So they got double tight ends here. Now they actually motion to an empty backfield. And then you see them bump out even further. And I don't know the calls, but again, we're lining outside the width of the offense or the box. And so now the path to the quarterback is way off. So you got to come pretty fast to get to this quarterback. So that pretty much takes them out. And again, I don't think they might have. It's very possible, but it doesn't to me look like they were aligned in that particular play to Khalil Mack, because how would they know he was going to be there? They could have flipped it at the line, but we didn't see that. So anyway, under center again. Very tight formation. Motioning again, letting you know it's a pass. So Khalil's coming off the left side. Tight end was there, but it has a regular pass rush. Nice little completion. I'm scared about that guy, guys. I know they don't got Diggs anymore, but I'm scared about Irv Smith. He's a beast. So anyway, Khalil's on the short side, but still a tight end, so a little further path. But he cuts very nicely. He's threading the edge, gets the shoulder dip, leans around, and that's what you want to see. And that's that's all I really want to see consistently. Because I'm sure we'll see in this game, once he starts trying to play patty cake, that's when it's not about, okay, do you get a sack every play, but are you applying pressure? Are you, creating an issue? And I think that's when all pass rushers are best, on the edge, when they're actually getting the shoulder and leaning around the edge. All right, so Khalil's on this side. They got the running backside. They pull the guard back out. So it's a play action, so it halted the pass rush. Once he decided to go, though, he easily defeated whoever, I believe that's one of their guards. Might have been the center. Easily defeated the hands, but it was a play action. Well, we'll let it roll. All right, so they do a naked boot. Couple, or I think just one extra blocker on the edge. Got the tight end that comes down. So yeah, so they heavy flow. Looking for the running back. Reroutes him. And it's just the naked. I mean, everybody's out of the play right there. And then it's just a check down. So that's good by the secondary. I didn't remember Kwiatkowski was playing so much. Was this that week that Roquan went a little whatever? All right, let's see that again. So it was a play action from under center. Another check down to the back. All right, Khalil's not on this play because that's Aaron Lynch. All right, so moving to the next play. So this is a 1st and 10. We're in the second quarter. Khalil's not on this play either. 2nd and 6. We're in the third quarter now, so we jumped all the way to the third quarter. Looks like another play action. Kwiatkowski, man, I'm gonna miss him. Don't miss him. All right, so let's see. We got the wing. They play action in the way. Beats him. They pull the guard again, and he just gets stoned. I'm not sure why, but again, just one of those quick hitters. Not like it was a lot of time to pass rush. 1st and 10, third quarter. Khalil Mack is not on the field. What's the score? 16-0. All right, so Khalil Mack is back. He's on our right side. Gets an extra chip by the tight end. Medium gain. And again, so you see the alignment to the wide 9. Not to say that that's always the issue, but that is something I'm starting to catch as a pattern that I'm not really liking. So who was that? Rudolph engages, gets a nice chip. Then he tries to go under, get underneath, which was good. I like to see that. It's weird, like I've noticed Mac likes to attack that way when he's far away, maybe when he gets ahead of steam. When he's closer to the line, then he likes to bully ball a little bit. And I'd rather him just attack the shoulder every time. So 4th down and 3. Money down. Oof. What a big play on 4th and 3. All right, so Kirk stays in the pocket. Nothing too super fancy about it. So you got the tight end on Mack's side. Again, free release. And again, he goes right into, and you got another pass. See, that's what I don't understand. This is literally what I was just talking about. Much like he was out of the last play with the wide 9, I want to see him attack this edge, attack that shoulder, dip the shoulder, get around. Why are we trying to pin back inside where the other rusher in the guard is? There's nothing but trash there. Just a nice play by Kirk Cousins. So 1st and 15. Mack, all right, so they run a screen. Mack's on the right side. We back it up and slow it down. Back it up and slow it down. Tight end again. So Mack's on the defense's right side. Free release on the tight end. Goes the pin inside. And the screen was away from him, so it is what it is. Just like to see him give that chase. So 3rd and 35. Excuse me, what happened here? Probably a cheap little completion. Yeah, just a cheap little completion. Try to do something. But we'll watch Mack look like he's going for it. I mean, this is a pass rusher's dream. So you see we got these triangle here. And I will give this to Mack. This is the first time in any of the film that I watched of him this year he was quote-unquote triple team. So they're going to give a chip here with the receiver into the lineman, chip here with the running back. Pat F-Line is really handling Khalil in the phone booth. So yeah, like I said, I give him that. 1st and 20. Khalil Mack's right here. Quick little out. Pass is super quick. So again, not a real lot of time to pass rush. Let's see. And then, but the thing to me, like the whole calling the play towards a player, which, yeah, I understand. The defense can just move. Like, each player can move, especially ends. Like, if I come out and the tight ends to my side, I can just be like, Leonard, flip with me. And then now, so if you ran a whole play to go away from Khalil, they can just flip it pretty easily. That's why I don't feel like you're always calling formations towards Khalil Mack. All right, so Kirk Cousins just avoids the sack, dumps it off, 3rd down and long. And Khalil looked like he got quick pressure, made that play. So like I was just saying, no tight end to that side. So they flipped. So he's got a one-on-one rush here. And it looked like he did pretty well. But Kirk Cousins was just able to get away. So they brought a blitzer as well. Kirk just steps up, avoids the sack. But obviously the whole play is kind of thrown off. Now it's interesting, this pass rush here. I know that's Riley Reef. He's not great. So he starts upfield, goes inside, makes little contact, boom, pops back outside. I mean, interesting is what I'll say. Not very formal, but definitely just way more athletic than Reef on that. But again, that's what you want to see, or at least that's what I want to see. If it's a one-on-one, I want to see something like that. So 2nd and 9, 4th quarter, still 16-0. I believe Khalil's dropping in coverage on this play. for whatever reason. So let's go to the next one. So we got 1st and 10. Khalil's on our left side. Ooh, that was nice. Little dump off to the run. A lot of throws to the running back. I would be interested to go back and look at the stats for Thielen and Diggs, even though we're watching all the completed passes, so obviously they didn't do that much. So again, around the tight end, threatens the edge, knifes back inside. Honestly, that's a hold. That's illegal there. They took him down. It looked like they took him down by his face mask too. Now, I'm okay with that because obviously there's no B-gap rusher at that point. So you have the rush lane to fold back inside. A lot of times he's folding inside when there's no lane to do so, like we saw earlier. All right, so they ran a screen that time. One-on-one matchup. Looked like he got hemmed up. Oh, he just went with the power rush. First and 10 again. Is Khalil on this play? No. That is Aaron Lynch. Can't wait till he's off the team. All right, 1st and 10. Khalil's not on the field. Looks like the backups might be in at this point. It's only 16-0. That's kind of weird that whoopsie. All right, Khalil's back. So they do a stunt. Kirk kind of hangs in, make a play. Let's see. So Khalil's going to fold inside. So Khalil's knifing inside already. Switches with Roy Robert. And I like them on the stunts, especially when they're coordinated right. You can see because the quickest pressure is up the middle. And a lot of times it's hard for people to stop Khalil Mack with a full head of steam. So definitely did his best to affect that play. So now we got Khalil Mack here. Again on our left side, empty set. Ooh, that was almost an interception. Another stunt or twist by Bears. Looks like Khalil's going to knife inside again, and Roy's going to flip. So now he's knifing through the A gap, gets the double. Roy, you gotta do better. They just pick it up well. I like to see us time those better. They just look off this game at least. So 2nd and 10. So again, pass rushers, man, dream. They down, they gotta pass. And so we stun again. And at this point, I mean, I would like to see, especially if he's got one-on-one, I'd like to see Mac just get it off the edge and see what can be done. They're engaged. And again, the snap or the twist was very mistimed because this time Roy Robert did occupy 2 people. And I want to see Mac. I want to see him stunt harder. That's where it should have been. All right, 3rd and 6. I thought this would be over. Kirk, why are you still throwing? Why is this game still going? All right, so we got a one-on-one again. Got rid of it quick, dumped it down. Was it Brian O'Neill that's their right tackle? I don't remember. That's good. That's good stuff. That's better than I thought. I thought Matt got put off course, but actually dip that shoulder, feet to the quarterback, and that's all I ask for, man. If I'm the coach, I'm like, that's all I ask for on passing plays. That is all I ask for, is you to dip that shoulder and point those feet to the quarterback. So they screen pass again. Mac does an inside move. They kind of throw him away and screen behind it. And we're only rushing 3 when max coverage here. Or not max, but you know. So Khalil just kind of got ran out of play. I don't know, man. I just feel like he's being more physical than he needs to be sometimes on some of these pass rushes. And I think that's the last play. So, all right. So for that game, and I'll say this is what I'm picking up so far in the games that we watch, is that you got these teams that really scheme around Khalil Mack. And we know people talk about game records and people got a game plan for and blah, blah, blah. Sometimes it's lip service. Sometimes it's just media. But when you get to the film, there's definitely things you can do for certain players. And so undoubtedly, looking at the 2 Green Bay games, looking at this Minnesota game, they completely were scheming around Khalil Mack. And so that does add a value. Now, to be honest, if it's me and I'm looking at Khalil Mack, I don't know what it is. Some people say he was hurt last year. I doubt it was that serious because he wouldn't been playing every game. But everybody's hurt to some extent. So last year they were saying it's the whole off season. I don't know what it is. All I know is he's not out there like I would expect X Factor Apex pass rusher to be. He does have some plays off. He does like get winded, and you can see it. He gets winded, and so there's times that we've seen the pass rush is just lackluster. Now, obviously, you still can do some things you want to do. Hey, we're going to screen a little more. We're going to get the ball out quicker a little more. We're going to go away from his side. You can still do that. But there's some plays where I might not be as scared of Khalil Mack as I would be some other players. Or some other pass rushers in the league. So, but that's the one thing I do see, that they definitely game plan around him. For right or wrong, it definitely limits what they do. And that is a big benefit for us. And so that's added value. And then the other thing, just looking at his actual pass rush, I mean, this game was great because you saw everything was quick. Everything was dumping down to a running back. And that's what we want. We're not giving them time to really throw the ball like that. And that's a joint effort. I wouldn't say that's just a Khalil Mack thing. And while Khalil, as I've said before, shows me that he definitely has all the tools to be the Khalil Mack we think of, I just continue to watch, and sometimes I'm just like, why is he not doing it? And he doesn't stand out sometimes. And on a team like ours, on a front like ours, he should stand out. Sometimes he's just part of the game. And I it's just hard. I mean, it is what it is. You want the money, you want the big name and all this stuff. Like I said, people say, well, you know, maybe you're being unrealistic. I mean, we'll watch his sacks too and stuff, and we'll see like the positive plays as well. But overall, I mean, because that's the thing, you extrapolate it. Like, and I try to tell people this. I try so hard to tell people this. You got to picture this. If you get 5 sacks in a game, people are like, wow, that's an amazing game. But you got to think, as a defender, you could play anywhere from 50 to 80 snaps. And so those 5 sacks are a very small percentage of plays. Big impact plays, but small percentage of plays. So people are like, oh man, it's just some demon that can't be contained. Well, you got to think about it. Most of the plays there aren't making an impact. And that's not to say that they aren't good. That's when you have to watch the film, because everybody can put on a highlight reel. It's what they do when they're not making highlight plays. And some guys are constantly off of blocks. Some guys are constantly in people's face. And Khalil Mack just hasn't seemed like he's one of those people. And so, or at least with the Bears. And so that's a little eyebrow raising. But anyway, go to the comment section. Let me know what you think. Share it around. Get the conversation started. Thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you for listening. Oh, no. Stay up and bear down.